Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Buckeye Sports Now. I'm Colin Hostel and here is this week's top sports news. Some teams at Ohio State are beginning to wrap up their seasons. That means many Buckeyes collegiate careers are nearing the end. Two in particular, Ohio State's men's soccer and field hockey, held senior nights this week. On Wednesday, the men's soccer team hosted Akron as 8 seniors played their last match at Jesse Owens Memorial Field. The Lanterns' Gene Ross covered the game for Lantern TV, and our own Mackenzie Janak spoke to the Buckeyes coach and players postgame.
Ohio State taking on Akron on a chilly Wednesday night in October as the Buckeyes hosted their last regular season home game of the 2016 season. The game also featured a senior night for the Buckeyes, as the 8 seniors on the roster, including Austin Bergstrom and Danny Jensen, were honored with their families before the start of the match. We'll pick this one up in the 5th minute of play with the score tied at 0. After working their way into the Buckeyes zone, Akron defender Nick Hines gets a deflected pass to find forward Jonathan Lewis, who puts it into the back of the net to give Akron an early 1-goal lead. About midway through the first period now, Akron defender Brad Ruhawk is able to get a nice through ball to Hines, who beats his defender and the keeper to give the Zips a 2-0 lead. Buckeyes redshirt freshman goalkeeper Parker Siegfried did a good job of limiting the Zips' opportunities the rest of the way, turning away this shot in front of the net and also making a save on a penalty shot just before the end of the half. The Buckeyes didn't create many opportunities to score the rest of the way, their best one coming on this shot from senior defender Tyler Kidwell that sailed just wide of the net. The game would end with a final of 2-0 Zips, moving Ohio State to 5-11-1 overall on the year. The Buckeyes have just one game remaining on the schedule, coming this Sunday against Wisconsin in Madison.
Yeah, we just asked our guys, it's senior night, and let's just give it the best effort we possibly can and make sure we don't give up and let's battle hard for 45 minutes. And I think this team has given us that all year through a lot of adversity and a lot of challenges. We've never given up hope, and we've always given it our best effort, and I think they did that again tonight.
Ohio State's field hockey team also held its senior night this week. The Buckeyes hosted the 15th-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes on Wednesday at Buckeye Varsity Field. 5 members of the Scarlet and Gray were honored before they played their last home game. The Buckeyes jumped out to an early 2-0 lead with goals from Irene Fritchie on OSU's first shot of the game and Maddie Humphrey, but Iowa bounced right back before they have to score. Midway through the second half, Iowa's Katie Birch tied the game up here with a penalty corner. On multiple instances late in the game, Ohio State had opportunities to score to reclaim the lead. But not only could they never convert, Iowa found the back of the net once more to take a 3-2 lead that they held on to knock off Ohio State on senior night. The Buckeyes finished a disappointing 6-11 on the season. Last week, Ohio State's wrestling team unofficially kicked off its season with an inter-squad wrestle-off to determine who wrestles at each weight class. The Lanterns' Aaron Tomich spoke to OSU wrestling coach Tom Ryan and a couple Buckeyes wrestlers to discuss the night and their expectations heading into this season.
It's always tough to wrestle a teammate. It's always tough to wrestle October 20th when the season just started, but you get a sense of the energy and the passion that people have for the program. So overall, it's a good night.
I'm really excited for this season because we started off in the preseason rankings. We're ranked 2 in the country on flow. We have a lot of young guys stepping in the lineup, so we have a young team, and we have also 3 returning national champs, which is pretty cool. So our team has a lot of potential to win a national title and beat all those big teams like Penn State.
We've got a shot, no doubt. This team's in the hunt for a title, Big Ten national title. But a lot of work to do. Got to stay healthy. The unspoken truth is that there's a standard. And the standard is to be the best in the world, right? So that's the standard. But we don't talk a lot about that, right? We talk a lot about just being the best version of yourself.
During a game against Michigan State last week, Ohio State women's volleyball senior libero Valeria Leon set the Buckeyes record for most digs in program history. Lantern TV assistant news director Jenna Linesar spoke with Leon about her record.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and I was like, it's crazy because when you sign here and when you like come here, you never think of stuff like that. You never think like, oh, I'm getting, my senior year, I'm going to break the record. Yeah, those are maybe like goals and dreams that someone had, but you never think that that's actually going to happen. What really like hits me the most is like in that game, my family was together back home watching the game.
On Wednesday, Ohio State's women's volleyball team fell to Maryland in College Park 3-2. Friday, the Buckeyes will look for revenge as the team plays host to the Terrapins at 7 p.m. at St. John Arena. After suffering their first loss of the season, Ohio State's football team looks to bounce back. On Saturday, the Buckeyes host Northwestern in the Shoe with a scheduled kickoff of 3:30. Sunday afternoon, Ohio State's men's soccer team returns to action to take on Wisconsin in its final match of the season. The 5-11-1 Buckeyes will not make the Big Ten tournament, so this will be their last game of the year. That's all from the Sports Desk. Make sure to tune in on Saturday and throughout the week for exclusive football coverage and analysis, and stay tuned for next week's Buckeye Sports Now. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram and give us a like on Facebook. Thanks for watching.